All right, campers. Today I want to talk about something that I personally feel is one of the most important things in the game. Nobody ever talks about. I'm sure there's a lot of videos on it. I haven't seen one. Now there's another one. And that is if you can slide where you're supposed to be at the foul line. The first thing I do when I'm helping somebody out is I'm looking to see if they can get to the foul line in the right spot consistently. That's the first thing I look for. So in general, for a right-hander, if you're supposed to slide, say 25, and you slide a little left of that 26, 27, in general, if you're left of where you're supposed to be, the ball's going to go to the right. And if you end up sliding a little bit right of where you're supposed to be, the ball's going to go left. So this is a super important thing to understand. So when lanes are transitioning and you're trying to figure them out, you always need to look down at your foot and make sure you slid where you're supposed to. If I throw a shot and I miss to the right and I look down and I was a little bit left of where I'm supposed to be, well, the lanes haven't really changed as much as I think they've changed. I missed. Or if I slide a little bit too far to the right of where I'm supposed to be and I pulled it a little bit where the ball goes high, it's not necessarily the lanes changing as much as I think they're changing. It's that I slid right, which makes me pull it a little bit. So that is a super important thing, to be able to get to the foul line in the same place. Doesn't matter if you drift left, doesn't matter if you drift right, doesn't matter if you walk straight. Relative to where you're supposed to be, you need to be more consistent at getting there. It is so overlooked. It kills me. People think, well, the lanes are transitioning. The whole game is transition. It's designed that way. That's why there's all these boards on the lanes of the approach. It's always transition. But I seriously doubt the lanes are transitioning as much as you probably think they are, because you're not getting to the foul line consistently enough. And I'm going to show you why that's a really important thing in just a second. So any really good player, whenever they get done throwing a shot, they'll always look down as they're walking back, because they want to make sure they got close to where they were supposed to be. And this is why this is so important. See that little dot? I think you can see that. It's about 1/8 of an inch. That's how much of the ball ever touches the lane, ever. So if you missed, if you drifted, if you missed your target by, say, 2 boards, right? And you're on a house shot, whatever shot you're on, but 2 boards. Sometimes we get away with that. But let's keep in mind, if you miss by 2 boards, and that's all all of the ball that's touching the lane, you missed by 16 different places between what you were trying to hit and what you did hit. 16 different places that ball could be between your target and where you actually hit. So being able to get to land at the foul line in the same place is very, very important. Much more important than I think people want to give it credit for.